What's happening, people? What's happening? Look, man, it's 5:15. I'm home early. I got a sick kid at home, and the other one's just bored, and I got to work early. But let's talk about what happened today, man. It was ugly. It was beautiful and ugly all at the same time. That's real. Today I started off by dumping I didn't have any calls. I dumped my calls last night. So I started off by buying the most ridiculous option I could, 145 strikes, June 11th. And I bought six contracts. They were instantly green when I bought them, immediately up 4,000 damn dollars. And then they were instantly red. And I do mean instantly. Like I bought them like right there, boom, right at the opening kind of, and they went up and they were looking good, and then they started going down. The volatility I knew was going to kill them. Look, the riskiest thing I could do. And then it just started going down, man. It just started going down. Oof. And the dip was severe. And we thought that was the dip. Man, were we wrong. That was not the dip. That was the dip. 37.66. Now, I'm sure if you're watching this because it has AMC in the title, you know a little something about AMC stock. And today, they finalized a filing to sell 11.5 million shares. If you don't know what 11.5 million shares does to this stock, it tanks it pretty hard. Tanks it real hard. Just people selling on the news, day traders selling on the news. Look, this thing was up 30% in pre-market, all-time high, $77. And I thought for sure that momentum would carry. Didn't foresee news coming out going, oh, by the way, we're going to raise 700 something million dollars. So if you're holding it, enjoy this tasty dip. And boy, did it dip. On the way down, I sold some shares out of one brokerage and averaged down the calls. I'm holding 21 calls for next week. In order for them to be worth more than what I paid for them, I need this stock to be probably 80 plus tomorrow. Outside of that, I'm going to be deep in the red. So we need something to happen. And it could happen. Look, it got shorted pretty severely. That's definitely what ended up happening here. It just got hammered today, and it rebounded so well, all the way up to 68, which is great. And we should have sold at 68 and bought the dip again because they weren't done. So tomorrow it's on the SSR list. That never really helps. Let's be honest. The SSR, it's short sale restriction. They can only sell on upticks. But look, an uptick, look, that's an uptick, sell. Uptick, sell. So it's going to be an interesting game. Now, the other news is that, let me pull up an article about it. The other news is that you have two banks that are not going to allow hedge funds to short sale. They're going to pull the leverage. Let's see. Let's find it. We also had some halts today too. That didn't help. Oh, that's earlier. I know there's one up there today. I don't know. I heard about it a good bit today at the end of the day. Oh, I'm just trying to find it. I don't really see it. I might have to come back to that one. What up, Dragon Ball movie? Yeah, so that's a good question, right? Will it go up when we're closed because of world markets? I do believe that they do kind of trade hand in hand. I didn't look this morning at where the other ones ended. Let's look. AMC Europe. Let's just pull that up. Bloomberg. So they ended down 20%. They were down 20% on close, which is big. Ours was down 17. They do tend to trade side by side. So if they have a good Europe or overseas market, then it will transition most likely over here. What I will tell you is this: while this doesn't look great, being down 18%, I have to agree with Kevin Paffrath here. You had a 118% run yesterday that ended at like 95% or whatever up. You had a pullback of 18%, right? The problem is psychologically, the problem is that you started much higher. So 18% of 100 is a big number. 18% of 70 is a big number. For us to get back to 70, now we have to go up more than 18%. That's what sucks about a stock going down that's already up. You know, your money isn't down 18% tomorrow. It's got to move twice as much. That sucks. But I'm going to say this. When you look across the line, it didn't do bad. It opened at 58, only lost $7. We just had some crazy swings. Dude, this thing was a ridiculous swing, right? So that's really what made it so wild to watch, and just ran the damn options chart off the freaking rails. Excuse me, I just have a dry throat. I haven't had it. I get this every year. So, dude, the volatility on my option is like 660%. It's so crazy. But all I need is a good run, and I'll close it out, and I'll buy a different one, and we'll roll it back. That's the way to go. Still have like 140 shares of AMC, and they're doing fine. They're still green, so I'm not really sweating it. And what I looked at on this chart was went to the 4-hour, and the 4-hour looks still strong. And this actually changed since market close. It was green. The 2-hour is still fine. It's not giving up that much. It's really when you look at these 1 minutes or these short ones that it looks gross. On the daily, we had pretty much an indecisive candle, right? It's red, but that could have just as much been green and indecisive. But what I see here when I look at it, and this is, look, if you don't follow me and you don't watch my videos or my stream during the day, I am not here to tell you that AMC is going to like 100 grand or 1,000. I think realistically, AMC is primed to go to $100. All right. Call option expire June 4th. Does this mean at the end of June 4th, end of market hours? So that's going to depend on what trading platform you bought it, but it's end of market close June 4th. If you are bought it in Robinhood, and it's not in the money, if it is not above strike price, they very well may sell that without your input at 3 p.m. They'll close it out. Happened to me last week. Yeah, so you need to be what option are you holding there, Dragon Ball? Tell me what you got, and I'll tell you what I think. Because tomorrow is tough, man. 6-4. If you're not in the money, first of all, if you're not in the money, you bought it way too late. Big risk, but I like it. Big risk, big reward. That's the end of the day. Pacific. So if you're Pacific time, that's going to be 1 p.m. for you. 1 p.m. is market close, so you got to sell it by noon, by lunch. Or Robinhood could sell it if it's not in the money. What's going on, people? So if you're not green, like if you got a $30 strike price, then you're doing okay. If you've got a $70 strike price, you're not doing so hot. If you've got a $50 strike price, you're not doing so hot. So keep that in mind. The theta is where it's going to really bang you tomorrow. Because if you're not in the money, the theta is going to absolutely rip your account apart on those options. So be aware of that. If you're buying an option and you're buying something that closes as quick, if you're going to buy something realistically, If you're going to buy an option that expires within 4 trading days of the day you buy it, that's a day trade. That's maybe at best you hold it overnight. You don't want to keep those suckers because the theta will bleed out. And the theta on the calls that I bought today is high as fuck. Look, for me, this is huge risk. I've got everything in it. I put it all in there. Let's go. Well, sell by noontime if it's not in the money. What's the strike price? What's up, Jess? You listening to me? I'm just at home. I'm not at work. You joined in the other day. I was at work, so my stream looks a little different. Also looks like it froze. Did it freeze? Are we frozen here? Is that what's happening? It looks like I'm frozen. Looks like the whole thing's frozen. I'm not moving, so I might have to restart OBS here. Yeah, all right, let me restart OBS. It's going to go dark for a second. I'm streaming. All right, I'm streaming. All right. Strange. All right, so you got a 59 call. Expiring tomorrow. Let me pull it up. I don't think that you're in the worst position, but today would have been the day to get rid of it when it was at 68 bucks. Just throwing that out there. June 4th, $59 strike. It's a break even of 64. Currently $5.08 a contract. What is your average purchase price on the contract? How much did you pay for it? And if you don't know how to find that, I can show you. But if you need me to show you, I can pull it up. No, break even is at 64. I'll put it up on my other screen so we can look at what you got. And we can go through it. If you're not familiar with options, might be something you want to pay attention to. It's important. All right. So you're right here, $59 strike. And this is as of today at market close, right? So it's $5.08 a contract. Your break even is 64.08. And currently AMC is trading at 49.18. So you're a little bit away, which normally I would be like, holy balls. It's not the best place to be. But your break even, so your average in at 968. So you paid a good bit for them. You paid a good bit for them. What did they peak at today when it was at 68 bucks? Because that's up there. Granted, it's down freaking a good bit. So the theta is going to rip you apart. The theta there at $4. Fuck. So that means tomorrow it's going to cost you, if that's not in the money, it's going to cost you $411 to hold that sucker overnight. That's where the theta is super important. This number right here. That is how much it costs you per day today to hold that sucker. Take that number, multiply it times 100, subtract that from whatever that thing's worth, and then hold on for life. I'm up here. My theta is $84. It says 84 cents. Damn, peaked at 15. Yeah, that'd have been time to let it go. Look, I'm in the same boat. I hodled it, but I've got time. You know, look at mine. Bam, right there. That's where mine peaked. Mine peaked today. Well, really, it actually peaked higher than that. It was 12.13 when I first bought it. And then it came up here to 11.63. And currently it's at $4. We all look, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this about what is happening with AMC. If you want to be a hodler, you want to hold this stock until it hits whatever the ceiling you think it is. $100, $1,000, whatever. That's great if you have shares of AMC or any stock. That's okay if you have shares, because the shares go up, down. They're still worth the same amount of money, and it costs you nothing to hold them every day except for whatever it goes up and down. But when you buy options, you do not need to be a hodler. You need to be a I got me some moneyer. I'm gonna take some profitser. Be one of those. And cash out and roll it, man. Roll it into shares if you want. Roll it into a further out option. Roll it into something else. Roll it into a put. Roll it into a call. Whatever. Just roll it. Don't hold them because they'll get burned. On an option, that can be worth absolutely $0. The stock could still be at 55. Look, if your option tomorrow is not above 59, if that stock price is not above 59 bucks, you are in trouble. You are going to lose 100% of that money. So keep that in mind. You can make crazy money in options, which is why I YOLO'd them. Look, I started off Robinhood at last week like $4 or $5 grand, and not even maybe $3,500 in my account. And then I added some more because I was pulling it out of another brokerage and adding it to it and buying and doing pretty much options. A little bit of shares the other night because I missed the boat on the bell, but it is what it is. But options can pay you. The stock can move 20%. Your option can move 100%. They can pay out big time. But it's not a game in which we want to be a holder. We're not holding until it hits 100. You can't. You can roll it. Sell it, buy another one. If I had sold at the beginning of the day and made $4 grand off of that play and bought the dip, those same contracts I'm averaging at 930 could have bought it for under $3. In which case, right now, I'm still double my money. So keep that in mind, man. It's a risk we play. It's a big risk. Pays out in the long term, but in the short term, it can screw you. Right now, I'm down 11 grand on the day, which is crazy to me. I'm down more money. It's disgusting to even look at it. Let's be honest. It's gross. For the week, down $2,000 for the week. $100 for the month. As it sits. Tomorrow it goes up and we're all good. But that's where I'm going to leave it right now. I was going to look over this. I'm going to call Megan back here. We're not doing bad, man. Look, this thing dropped 10% in after hours at one point and then it bounced. Honestly, if it just trades sideways until 9 o'clock, that's fine. Because all of the action has happened in the morning. The rocket ships up have happened every pre-market. This is pre-market. 4 a.m. up. 4 a.m. up. That down, we can't count that because that was a bunch of bullshit. This one, 4 a.m. up. Tomorrow, we're looking for 4 a.m. up. And when it goes up and it gaps back up, it's going to be gross. It's going to be disgusting. I usually just say whatever to pre-market because, look, they go up, people get their money, and they get the fuck out of there. But tomorrow, we're looking for $80. If we don't hit $80 tomorrow, which is crazy, we're going to be in some trouble going into next week. Just keep that in mind. That's where we want to be. What's up, Lucid? Boy, we in a boat. We're in a boat and it's sinking. But we okay, right? We're good. We're not scared. We got floaties on. We're all right. We're down like a fuckload, but we're going to make it. I think we'll be okay. The after hours didn't take a major hit, so I think we'll be all right. You know, this little bit right here, that's nice. That ain't shit. 5%. Now, if we had closed at like $40, then FML. But tomorrow we're going to Tendy Town. I'll probably be back here in a little bit. I'm going to give Megan a shout back, see how her day went, and then we'll check back in later and see what's going on. You got your buckets? That's right. We're going to scoop that shit right out the boat, buddy. We are. See, what happened is somebody forgot to put the plug in the back of the boat, and then someone put the plug back in the boat, which was great. But by that time, we already had a lot of water in there, and some people jumped out. I think the Adam Aaron interview tonight on Trace Trades will be interesting if that moves the stock. You know, the people selling it, making it go down this much, it's not. It's just day traders. And look, these guys are ape strong. Let's be serious. They're ape strong. I think we'll be all right, buddy. I'll be back here in a little bit. I just wanted to touch base on that because I think there's some people freaking out, and I was looking through YouTube and didn't see anybody live talking about it. So I just wanted to maybe ease some minds that, look, I'm down a fuckload of money. Other people are down a fuckload of money, and it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. We're going to see this sucker gap up. Maybe tomorrow, pre-market, hope for like mid to high 50s pre-market, and then obviously it will dip in the morning because it always dips, and then let's rocket ship to space. So I'll catch you guys here in a little bit, man. I'll holler at y'all later.